Hello guys, in this video we'll discuss the elastic, inelastic and perfectly inelastic collision with physical situations and practical examples. So I'm taking two type of examples in this explanation. The first one is a combination of two blocks and a spring, and the second one is two colliding circular spherical objects. So let us move further. That let's suppose this block is moving with some greater velocity towards this one, and this spring is being attached with this wall and this block. Now they collide, and as this block will compress the spring will retard the first block and the spring will accelerate the second block, due to which the velocity of the first block, which is initially greater, will start to decrease, and the velocity of the second block, which is initially lower, will start to increase. A time will come when the spring will be maximum compressed, because the relative velocity of the two blocks will become zero and their velocities will become equal. So this is the maximum deformation state of the spring. Till this state, from the initial state, the highest amount of energy of kinetic energy of the blocks is converted into spring potential energy. Now as time will progress, the spring will again push the second block and it will again push the first block, and it will decrease the velocity of the first block and it will increase the velocity of the second block, due to which they will separate eventually, and this second block will move apart from the first block, and the spring will regain its relaxed original state again. So you can see that in the first part, from the first part till the third part, the final condition, there is no loss of kinetic energy of the system, and you can say that the kinetic energy of system in this case is equal to the kinetic energy of the system in this case. So the system finally regains its original kinetic energy, and as there is no loss of kinetic energy, we can say that it is a elastic collision. Similarly, if there are two spherical objects which are colliding with each other, so a time will come when their deformations would be maximum, and at that time the kinetic energy of the system will be minimum, because major part of the initial kinetic energy is being converted into deformation energy of the balls. You must wonder that when we create a mud sphere, and or we can say a mud ball, and we throw that mud ball on wall, then that mud ball sticks on the wall. So we can question ourselves that where does the kinetic energy of that mud ball has gone when it is sticking to the wall. The wall is neither moving, and there is a negligible amount of sound. So where is the major part of that kinetic energy has gone? So you can assume that, you can imagine that mud ball shape will be changed when it will stick to the wall, and that deformation is occurring due to the loss of kinetic energy. So we can say that the loss of kinetic energy of that mud ball has been converted into the deformation energy of that mud when it is sticking on the wall. Similarly, in this case, when these balls are in the maximum deformation state, the kinetic energy of the system, major part of its kinetic energy, is being converted into the deformation energy of the balls, and again when they will regain their original spherical shape and size, then their kinetic energy will restore, and they will gain their original kinetic energy. So in this third case, the colliding bodies will retain their original shape and size, and hence there is no loss of kinetic energy. But in the intermediate case, the colliding bodies are maximum deformed, and the maximum part of initial kinetic energy is being converted into their deformation potential energy. So we can say that the kinetic energy of the system in the first case and in the third case is equal, but it is greater than the kinetic energy in the second case, because some part of the kinetic energy is converted into deformation energy in the second case. Now let's move on the inelastic collision. So in this type of inelastic collision, we can see that the colliding bodies collide to maximum deformation, and finally they could not regain their original shape and size, and they stay somewhat deformed forever. So it means that some part of kinetic energy is converted into permanent deformation potential energy, because original shape and size is not regained, and obviously some part of the kinetic energy is being converted into deformation potential energy, and some energy is also being lost in form of sound and light produced due to impacts. So we practically see that in major of the times, when any impact occurs, there is a huge amount of sound which is in form of a blast or something, and some spark is a form of light. So some part of that kinetic energy is also converted into sound and light. So these type of collisions are known as inelastic collisions. So the kinetic energy loss is non-zero, and it is non-maximum also. It is not maximum in this case. But in the third case, which is perfectly inelastic collision, in this type of collision, the bodies collide and they sticks together. Now it means that they forever stays into maximum deformation state. So once they once they deforms to the maximum deformation state, and they move with the same velocity in maximum deformation state, then they will not what we say, that they will not reform forever, and they will keep on moving with this same velocity forever. So objects move in the maximum deformed state forever after the collision, and maximum part of the kinetic energy is being converted into deformation potential energy. Now this is a perfectly inelastic collision, and in this collision the objects always move with the same velocity along the line of impact. It is very important to note that they move with the same velocity along the line of impact. So this is a physical proof of perfectly inelastic collision, that the objects move always with the same velocity along the line of impact, and in this type of collision the loss of kinetic energy is highest. But it is obvious that the loss is not complete, as the system is all moving finally. So the kinetic energy of the system finally is not zero. So we cannot say that the whole amount of kinetic energy is being lost in some deformation energy and sound and light. So the loss of kinetic energy is maximum, but it is not 100%. So this is the perfectly inelastic collision. In next video, we'll discuss in detail about the coefficient of restitution. Thank you.